1931. A year of crisis and global change. The world entered 1931, a year marked by economic hardship, political upheaval, and events that reshaped nations and influenced future history. January 1931. The Japanese invasion of Manchuria began. Japan launched a military invasion of Manchuria, a region in northeastern China. This offensive began Japanese expansion into Asia and increased tensions that led to future conflict in World War II. Japanese military leaders and Chinese resistance. February 1931. The Great Depression deepens globally. Countries around the world faced rising unemployment, including business failures and increasing poverty. Governments struggled to respond, resulting in political instability and growing unrest in Europe and the United States. Economic leaders and world politicians, March 1931. The Second Spanish Republic is established. King Alfonso XIII abdicates Spain, and the Second Spanish Republic is declared. This change brought political reforms, but also deep divisions that would lead to the Spanish Civil War. King Alfonso XIII and Republican leaders, April 1931. Construction of the Empire State Building begins. Work begins on the world's tallest building in New York City. The Empire State Building becomes a symbol of hope and progress during the Great Depression. Architects, engineers, and workers in New York, May 1931, British Empire Economic Conference. Leaders of the British Empire meet to find a solution to the ongoing economic crisis. The conference aimed to coordinate economic strategies, but had limited success. Prime Minister Ramsay MacDonald and colonial leaders, June 1931. Gandhi was imprisoned by British authorities. Mahatma Gandhi was arrested by British authorities during the Indian independence movement. His arrest sparked protests across India and increased international attention to the British government. Mahatma Gandhi, leader of Indian independence, July 1931. Australia suspended the gold standard. Australia abandoned the gold standard to protect its economy during the Great Depression. This influenced other nations to change their economic policies and abandon the gold standard. Australian government officials and economists, August 1931, Hoover moratorium announced. President Herbert Hoover proposed a one-year moratorium on war loans to ease the global crisis. The plan met with mixed reactions, but reflected growing concern about the economic devastation worldwide. United States President Herbert Hoover. September 1931. The Soviet Union signed a non-aggression pact with Poland. The USSR and Poland agreed to a treaty, promising not to attack each other. This was part of a broader effort to maintain peace in politically divided Europe. Soviet and Polish diplomats and leaders, October 1931. First flight over the South Pole. American explorer Richard Byrd completed a flight across the South Pole. This marked a major milestone in human exploration and expanded knowledge of the Antarctic region. Richard Byrd, explorer and aviator, November 1931. Japan withdrew from the League of Nations. Japan withdrew from the League of Nations after criticism for its invasion of Manchuria. It undermined efforts at world peace and showed the limits of international cooperation. Japanese leaders and League of Nations officials, December 1931. Vatican City was recognized by Italy. The Lateran Treaty officially recognized Vatican City as an independent state. This ended years of conflict between the Catholic Church and the Italian government. Pope Pius XI and Benito Mussolini, key figures of 1931. Indian independence leader Mahatma Gandhi. Herbert Hoover, US President. Ramsay MacDonald. British Prime Minister Richard Byrd, Polar explorer Benito Mussolini. Italian leader. Why was 1931 a historic year? The world was facing a deep economic crisis. Nations struggled to remain stable. Freedom movements were gaining momentum. New frontiers of discovery were reached, and the stage was set for major conflicts ahead. These stories changed the course of history. Like, share, and subscribe to uncover the stories behind the years that shaped our world. Comment below which event from 1931 you think had the most impact on history.